And they wonder why electric cars are sail-proof. They're not moving. This is not a secret. It doesn't take a rocket scientist. Look, they took these electric cars and they, instead of like making a mass electric car, they went for the highest profit margin. Let's go for the tippity top, the big guys, the ones that want to spend the money. Okay, that's fine. So what did they do? They packed these cars with every luxury gadget, gizmo, and feature you can imagine. Right? Massaging seats and mood lighting and menus that have 17,000 different ways to express your mood and who you are and your preferences, and too many options, and 19,000 USB ports so everybody in the car can charge 19 different devices at the same time. That all sounds great and fancy. But what is the problem with an electric car? It is range. Range has always been the problem with electric cars. That's why, okay, those that can afford to spend $100,000, $80,000, what the Audi e-tron's $160,000, that's kind of a fun toy. That's great. I'll buy that. There's not a lot of people in that range that can do that. Those that need this car to be able to be practical and do what it needs to do, well, it can't. Because it is sitting there sucking power all the time with all of this technology that is built into it. Why in the world would you pack a car that already has range issues with so much technology that sucks that range out of it, and then expect and wonder why people aren't buying the cars? Doesn't make any sense to me. The Audi e-tron, right? Great car, $160,000. Yeah, you can go 0 to 60 in like 2.4, 2.5 seconds, but you're going to suck like 15 miles of range out of that 2 miles that you use just really getting hard on it, right? Why would you make a car look, I know speed and all that is fine, but most cars that are sold are not your luxury, your expensive, your sports cars. If you're really wanting to make cars that get out of the showroom floors, that get into people's hands, that change this culture, that change people to realize that, okay, maybe electric cars are the way to go. You need to build good, practical electric cars that have great range. They don't need to have all of these features. Not every Toyota Camry that was sold was packed with every feature, right? Go look at the cars that are selling, and why are they selling? Because they're practical. You went after, we had to spend that much money because all the technology costs so much. We have to have these huge profit margins. How's that paying off for you right now? The discounts that are having to be given on these ultra luxury electric cars is staggering, right? And we're still at a time where we really don't know what the infrastructure looks like. Now, pretty much everywhere in the United States, you can charge an electric car. That's not a problem for most people. It's still the range, the time it takes to charge that car. Where are you when you charge it? Does everybody have a garage that's safe to put it in? Does everybody have their garage empty enough to park a car in? How about our people that are in condos or in apartments or multifamily? There's so many factors of like, how long can I charge this car? You need to balance how long it takes to charge the car. What features are on the car that are sucking that car dry? Do you want people to be able to go 0 to 60 in 2.4 seconds? That's great, but not everybody needs to. And I'm not saying it's not nice to have some cars that do that, but make cars that are practical for uses for everyday drivers. Then you can start to change the culture. Now, look, I'm an internal combustion engine guy. I don't have anything against electric cars. I'm sure that would be fine. I've driven some. I've never owned one. That may change. But I love internal combustion. There's so many reasons. My past, history, I love the cars. But one of the main factors that, like, for my family, I'm a car guy, so it's different. But for my family, an electric car is like being chased all the time. That little indicator to show how many miles you have left is like being chased. And if you don't like being chased, then an electric car is a little bit tough because you're wondering, when is the next charging station? When am I going to be able to charge this up? Do I have enough to get home? What if I don't have a chance to charge it tonight? Like, there is an amazing amount of anxiety that can come around an electric car. Internal combustion car, oh wow, I'm out of gas. There's a gas station. and I'm going to sit there for about 6 minutes, fill up, and go. Now I realize this is the natural inherent problem with electric vehicles. However, if range is not the priority, then these cars are always going to sit, because you're just going after the people that can buy them for the fun of it, that maybe drive 10 or 15 miles a day, have extra income to spend on multiple cars. But if you want to change society, who changed society? Ford changed society. Why? He made the every person's car, a car for everybody, something they could afford, something they could use, something they realized that it completely changed their lives. Electric cars may be that too. It may be the driving force that changes everything, from environment to money to everything. But until you make a car that is practical for the masses, you're just gonna struggle, and they're just gonna sit there. And I keep seeing them. Kia has the EV9, good looking truck, good looking SUV, $63,000. They got the Nero, I believe it's the Nero. You can get it $35,000. The ranges still are not there. The ranges are not there. You have to get the range there. So it's just, I understand money leads, but I'm just so confused that you would pack a car with all this technology that sucks it dry, that causes its range to just be greatly diminished, and then you're frustrated and wondering why cars aren't moving off the lot. Is it just me?